Hello, my beautiful Leos. Sharon Zadkiel here with your general reading for the month of September 2019. Please be reminded that I'm not a spiritual master or a guru, so what comes out in the reading for you today is the most likely outcome with the energies as they sit here and now. You have free will. May you be blessed with good choices, because life's happiness is determined by the choices that we make. Okay. What does Leo most need to know for the month of September 2019? Okay, before we start, dear Leo, I just wanted to give you a heads up. At the moment, we are experiencing some quite powerful astrological energies, including the current. I'm recording this on the 31st of August, so we're right in the middle of a super new moon, which brings with it the ability for us to really look at our life, the people around us, the things we have around us, so people, places and things that are in our life, and really assess what we are aligned with and what no longer serves us, what uplifts us and what brings us down, to really look at the heightened energies that many have been experiencing. When we're triggered, looking at why we were triggered, how we were triggered, how we responded to that trigger, realizing that although the energies are quite intense, they do dissipate as quickly as they come. So it's sort of rapid fire readdressing and reassessment of things to help us really clarify what is it that we truly want, and to decide once and for all which timeline we want to be on. Do we want to stay on the current timeline that we're on, or do we want to put ourselves and place ourselves and choose a brand new timeline, one that's more appropriate for us, that lets go of those toxic relationships, that lets go of that negative mindset that keeps us in scarcity. This is a time when it is your choice of where you want to vibrate. And do you want to raise your vibration and be on a new timeline? Or do you want to stay where you are? That choice is going to be totally yours, but you need to make it soon, because the timeline is actually sealing on the 19th of September. So whatever timeline you choose to walk down, and whatever timeline you choose to be with, it will be with you for the next 12 years. So there are many on the internet that can give you a far more detailed perspective on the astrological aspects that we're experiencing now, and so I'll let them do that. I just wanted to give you a heads up that these energies are extremely powerful, and it's time to make a choice, and choices will be made. And for many of us, whether we want them or not, the universe will step in and help us, shift where we need to be shifted, if we're ready to shift. There are times when the universe gives us opportunities to make major transformations, and we can choose them or we can not choose them. That is up to us. Okay, let's see what is in store for you. Absolutely beautiful cards to begin with. Beautiful. So, you come into September, the first card that's out is the Star. So this is all about bright possibilities, divine gifts. This could, for some of you, as this is a general reading, also be an Aquarian person bringing that in for you. It's time for you to really understand that there are bright possibilities. There are bright gifts on offer, and a divine gifts on offer, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. So that which is on offer is going to affect your security and your appreciation of life. Will you grasp this opportunity for three-dimensional abundance? which will bring you to the Six of Pentacles energy. So, it will bring you to the victory, the fulfillment, whereby you can decide how you're going to balance your time, effort, energy that you put into others. You will decide who you will share your abundance with, who is worthy. Why are there two people here? One is getting everything, the other is still there waiting with their hands out. It's time to think about, it's not so much of a hand out, it's where you can give people a hand up. It's about sharing not only our resources, but our knowledge, our wisdom, our gifts of time, effort, energy, finances. For you, dear Leo, this is going to be a time of, where do I want to spend my time, effort, energy? Who do I want to share it with? What do I really want my three-dimensional world, along with my five-dimensional sanity, to be? This is a process that's going to be with you for quite some time and will manifest itself over the next 12 months, 2 years. For some of you, it will involve, a person that has the Queen of Wands energy. So a very natural lady, devoted to the home, a mother, a lady, somebody who, Leos, you do like your women to be ladylike. And for those ladies, you do like your men to be masculine, to embody those energies. And at the same token, you need to look at the signs. The Queen of Wands has a black cat who is on the lookout for her, who is like her familiar. So, pay attention to the signs and the omens that you see. If numbers repeat on you, look up their meanings. If you see a certain animal or bird over and over again, look up the animal totem, see what it actually means, see if you can understand and hook into the universe so that you can see the divine gifts for what they are. Because sometimes we are given gifts that are dressed up as things that we really don't think that we want, but in reality it's perfect because it brings in, the death card. So it brings in the ending of existing conditions. So you can create great news and satisfaction from your achievements as you sever the links with the past, as you shift away from the old you into the new version of you, into like the upgrade, or you call it upgrade or Mark II or whatever you would like to be. After these astrological events that are happening at the moment go through their cycle, and you have to remember that these things happen and then they play out over time. It's not instantaneous, but by the end of it, you will not be the same person that you are today. The new beginnings that are coming into you can feel a little bit scary and bring some unsettlement, but you really have been waiting for this ship to come in for a long time, and it's time to allow it. This has been a 12-month, 2-year process. So for those of you that are really looking at stepping away from the old, stepping away from where you work and looking at, or have been planting the seeds, many of you started these projects a long time ago, and it's now got to the point now where you have to decide whether your side hustle is going to become your mainstay. And if that is where your heart is, if that is where your passion is, and you will be able to support yourself, by all means go for it, because you have the Three of Wands here, which is all about enterprise, inspiration, being rewarded for, on a business, real estate. scenario. So for those of you that are looking at starting a new business, for those of you that are looking at buying or selling real estate, September might just be the month where things come into their own, where you let go of the old. You know, once you let go of the old and before you proceed full time into the new, you know, you do need to use the energy of the hermit. So, you know, you need to be able to use your caution and discretion and seek your own wise counsel. The hermit is about going within, really looking at who you are and liking who you see in the mirror. It doesn't have to be perfect. But with each step and with each progression as time goes by, the more you will learn, the more perfect it will become. But you don't have to wait for perfection before you step out and before you grasp opportunities when they arise. Yeah. Okay. So, Seven of Cups. I think it has come out in just about every single reading I have done this month. Blows my mind. It is collective energies. I think I could have done 2 readings and covered just about everybody. There is a lot on the table. And as when we go to a banquet and we have a lot of choices, it can sometimes be hard to make the decisions. And when we try and we start looking at our different options, if we listen too carefully to other people, then we will find that there's opposition and problems before gains. So even though you need to make the decision, make it carefully, make it cautiously. Because at the center of this reading for you is the Death card. So this is the ending of existing conditions. As you have known it, it can no longer be. And when things change, there tends to be conflict and problems before gains. However, you do have the Nine of Pentacles. So successful accomplishment of that which you desire and that which you have been working on for the last 12 months to 2 years will come in the month of September and will be heralded in by the Page of Wands with a message of good news. There will be times where you feel isolated, there'll be times when you feel like you do need to step back from everyone so that you can really clarify what it is, what choice you actually want to make. For many of you, there's a beautiful Queen of Pentacles individual, sort of, earth sign, who is wise and compassionate, has the capacity to forgive, that will help you not only come to terms with the decisions that you make, but allow yourself to forgive yourself. Because when we do make decisions, everybody is affected and it is not what everybody wants. So sometimes we disappoint people. Sometimes we let people down. So it's a choice of getting into conflict and getting into verbal disagreements. Because when I say the Five of Wands, for me it heralds in conflict, aggressive discussions, people, losing their shit, so to speak. But if you can stay grounded, you can stay compassionate, understanding that, this may causes unsettlement around family. For those of you, and again, this is a general reading, so this will not relate to everyone, but for some of you, you will actually look at relocating for work. And in that decision that you make, there will be opposition and there may be some heated discussions with your family. Because although everybody can see that if it benefits you, it benefits the whole family, they, like you, leave something behind. Leave friends behind, work colleagues, life as you've known it. But if you are looking at shifting timelines, choosing timelines, do it in a way that it is for your greater good and the greater good of all. The decision may not be exactly everybody's cup of tea, especially if you have, early teenagers who do not want to change schools, who do not want to move away from their friends, who do not want to change anything in any way, shape or form. Thank you very much. Just be prepared for that, because if you can find the gratitude for that which you have, the security which the universe has given you, and truly appreciate that which you have been given as a universal gift, then that energy just expands and you can allow more abundance into your life. It's time to let go of the scarcity mentality. It's time to let go of, but so-and-so's not going to like my decision, or it's going to upset, blah, blah, blah. You're going to have to let that go and really look at the successes and the accomplishments that you have made. Enjoy the fruit for your labour. Take time to smell the roses and really appreciate and be grateful for the many abundant gifts that you actually have right now, right here, that you can now, with the choices that you make and the lessons that you learn, expand that energy, expand the abundance, expand the love, expand your feeling of self-worth. Okay. Anything else that Leo needs to know? Okay, let's see what they just want. Those seeds that you've planted, either coming into the month of September or too many, or have planted and decided to run with in the month of September, will give you the balance that you want, will give you the satisfaction from the achievements that you've made. Look at how far you have come, dear Leo. Look at what you have actually achieved. It may not be exactly where you expected yourself to be, but did you not reach those goals because you were too limited in your belief? Did you doubt your self-worth? If you did, it has to stop. You need to reward yourself, dear Leo. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistently high level. And your other card that wanted to come out as well, so you get an extra one, thank you very much, is joy. Joy is the highest energy of all. It's a magical sense that everything is possible. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at their highest possible level. Absolutely beautiful cards to end with. Stay in the joy and reward yourself, dear Leo. Many blessings, Sharon. Thank you for your likes, subscribes, and shares.